About a week and a half ago, Anton Daniels had a podcast with Brian McKnight, and the podcast did a whole lot of numbers. It was very, very good, and it allowed Brian McKnight to put his version of the story out there. I'll leave it up to you if you felt it was believable or not. But again, it got a lot of people talking, and somehow at a partition of this podcast, Brian McKnight decided to call out Marc Lamont Hill.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But who's that Mark, the guy, the political
Marc
guy?
Lamont Hill.
Let me tell you something. I'd destroy that dude.
Yeah.
I would destroy him. Not physically, but
No,
in
I
a
understand
debate.
what you're saying.
Because you don't even know me, but you call
Right.
me an ass.
Marc Lamont Hill is a left-leaning Democratic intellectual. I could be wrong in how I describe him. I believe he has a PhD from Temple. He's also been on CNN. He's now on a Joe Budden podcast. Very, very intelligent guy. Very intelligent man. And then so Marc Lamont Hill would decide to respond to Brian McKnight's claims.
I don't remember calling him an asshole, but he's an asshole. Let me be clear. Brian McKnight, is this my camera? Brian McKnight, you are an asshole. And that's okay. It's not a beef. We ain't got no issues. You're just an asshole.
Now, Anton Daniels would get in on this as well, okay? And on the same podcast, this is what Anton would say.
Well, I look at Marc Lamont Hill. There's this segment of people that are what I like to call, they like to champion themselves as intellectuals, right? And that they truly believe that they're smarter than everybody else. But I don't really believe that because I never see the results.
Right.
It never translates, right? So
I see people hand him I see people handing him his ass all the time.
yeah, it's easy.
Anton Daniels is taking a shot at Marc Lamont Hill because these are the people typically, you know, that Black America is so big on, especially on the Democratic left. And so Marc Lamont Hill is a guy that gets a lot of clout. He is a smart guy, we'll give him that. But Anton Daniels is saying, hey, you know, he's not all what he seems to be. Now, at a certain part of this, Anton Daniels would get word that Marc Lamont Hill has taken a shot at him.
Antoine Donaldson, Antoine Jameson, whatever his name is. No, I don't know him.
Anton.
He's saying that I think I'm smarter than everybody.
Yeah.
I'm smarter than him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I don't think I'm smarter than everybody. I'm smarter than him. But I literally don't know. I don't have a beef. I don't know who he is. I don't even know his name.
Now, this is what Marc Lamont Hill is saying, that he's smarter than Anton and all this. Now, Anton's going to come and drop some receipts.
What? That's crazy. But what's his name? Who is he? What is his name? That's crazy, bro. On October 15th, 2024. First of all, who is Jess Mabley? Who is Jess Mabley? Does anybody know who Jess Mabley is? Anyways, I'm going to let y'all read it. Good morning. They sent it twice because I didn't respond to it the first time, so they sent it twice. I'm not going to show you the number. That's not necessary. Good morning, Mr. Daniels. My name is Jess. I'm a producer for Marc Lamont Hill. Marc would like to invite you to join him for an interview on his YouTube program, Night School. Now remember, this was October 15th, 2024. I'm hotter than fish grease. I'm on every platform. I'm doing 100 million views on YouTube alone every 28 days. And Marc Lamont and his team reaches out to me. I didn't respond the first time. They doubled down.
Now, Anton is, at this particular point, showing proof that Marc Lamont Hill, who's acting as if he doesn't know who Anton Daniels is, invited him on the show. Now, Marc Lamont Hill, he does take shots, but he does it in a very passive-aggressive sort of way, right? You know, purposely getting the person's name wrong, acting as if he doesn't know you, acting as if, you know, he does this with a whole bunch of stuff. You know, he plays stupid, did the same thing with Melissa Ford and all that. I mean, it's a passive-aggressive, kind of cowardice way to approach things, but it's kind of how people do it, especially guys who consider themselves to be intellectuals, okay? But later on in the podcast, Anton Daniels would take some shots that are pretty interesting.
Because see, y'all look at these as savants. Y'all look at them as super intellectual. These fear you. They fear me. I'm the boogeyman. Boogeyman. You know what would make me the boogeyman? Because I don't I don't need no sponsors. I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. I own 100% of everything, and I don't have no strings on me. So I say what the I want to say when I want to say it.
And it will continue.
And we can have a conversation and all of that stuff maybe one day, but you got to ask your boss if you can talk to me first, bro. I don't know if that's in your contract.
Now, he would also say some other things about, oh, it was funny. I don't want to play that part, but, you know, kind of he thought that Anton Daniels might have been, I want to say, was it autistic and all that? I'm not going to go that far. But I will say this, okay? When it comes to Marc Lamont Hill and people like him, Anton Daniels is 100% right. How can I say this? Just the other day, Boyce Watkins was complaining about the fact that we allow all of these people in the black community, like whites, to sponsor, like I believe it was Bill Gates' ex-wife or something like that. How do we allow people to gift money to us and yet we don't raise the money ourselves? And you will always hear people like Marc Lamont Hill. They will have everything to say about what the system owes, what we should be doing. But you always see those same people gatekept. They cannot create their own opportunities. They don't ever invest in the community. You know, they're always looking for money, but they never build anything. All right. And that's the biggest problem in Black America, are your intellectuals versus your builders. And if you look at somebody like Anton Daniels, who has worked literally just like almost all of us, and I've seen his rise. Whether you like it or not, you can't take away the fact that the man works every single day. He's built what he has just out of sheer determination. He's quit a few times, come back, you know, he's just ultimately figured it out, and he's done everything self-funded, right? I mean, I'm in the same, I've done things in a similar way, but I'm not as big as Anton, all right? And so when you look at somebody like Marc Lamont Hill, they don't create opportunities for somebody. They're always looking for an opportunity. You're looking for somebody to go build for you, and then the reality is you talk about you're smart, where the real smart is you go out there and show your proof and your value to the world, and your intellectual ability or your academic ability, sorry, sir, it's not hitting on nothing. You working for Joe Budden, who don't even have a degree. So how are you smart when you have all of these things, but you're not able to move up in society like me? And the reality is Marc Lamont Hill and Anton Daniels have two different types of intelligence, all right? One is intellectual, academic, which is Marc Lamont Hill. Structure, Anton Daniels is a person that understands what the private sector wants, goes out there and makes it happen, okay? That's the person that goes out there and makes the market respond to him, making people cover territory, people talking about him. He can monetize what he does. And the reality is, in Black America, you need both of these kind of people. But to say that one is more intelligent than the other is very interesting, because one can say, well, I'm out here, I'm creating opportunities with what I got. You got to get signed to what you got. You're not showing nothing about Black power. You're not producing anything about Black wealth. You're not producing any of that. Your intelligence is gatekept because you don't do anything. You don't make nothing move. And to be honest, too many Black intellectuals, especially the ones on the left, if they not married to white people, Don limiting it up, or I'm gonna call it out, you know, they don't never have nothing that they do in the community. They don't never spend no money developing anything. You don't never see them doing nothing with real actuality on the ground. Zero. You don't never see it. These people who are the scholars in Black America, they don't have nothing. What are they doing? You don't see it. All right, it's the truth. You just don't see it. And that's the problem that we got going on here. And again, you always see that on the Democratic left. It's all of the time. We all see it. It all happens. There you go. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Yoshe D Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.